Hello students, Mr. C here again. I'm going to take another video and show you again how to find the mean with a pictogram. So what we're going to do is we're going to rearrange things. It's difficult to do, but in Mr. C's magic land, I think I can make it happen. It would be wonderful if I could rearrange all this stuff, just drag it over and stuff. So let's see if I can do this. Iggy bliggy blah. All right, now I think it'll. If I grab it, oh, there we go. Yes, it'll work. All right, I got it to move. So that one detached. Let's go ahead and let's drag all these others around. Let's put them into an equal amount of rows per column, equal number. All right. Now, as you can see right here, I was able to take and move everything down. And when I did that, it makes it really simple to see what the mean is. The mean is just what does the average person have. Before I can tell you the exact number of those things, I need to look over here. And if you see where this is flashing, this is my key. One calendar is equal to 1. You have to be careful because that one calendar might have been equal to 5 or 10. So pay attention to the key before you start marking any numbers down or counting. Whenever you walk up to a chart, I told you that you need to be able to count. So let's count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since they're all the same, we automatically know that the mean is going to be 5, right? But what if we didn't do it through Mr. C's magic land? Let's back this thing up and let's find out what it would be in a normal situation. Using numbers, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to come over here and label this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that was also going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I believe that this one here is going to be 4, and it is 4. Now, we have all those numbers. We have to add all of those to get the total, because when we're finding the mean, in all actuality, we're talking about the mean, which is also the average, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take the total, and we're going to take and divide that by the groups, okay? So let's get this all totaled up. Whenever adding and subtracting, what do? Line up the decimals. So I have an 8, and I have a 4, a 4, a 4, a 6, and another 4. So I'm kind of weird. I see that I have 3 4s. That's a 12. So bring the 8 over. What is 8 plus 2? 10 plus 1 is 20. If I take these two, I can make a 10. Or bring it over. 10 and 20 is equal to 30. So coming back here again, we have 30. That is what? It's our total. It's everything added up, okay? All of these little numbers right here. Oops, we didn't include them. All of those little numbers is the total, all right? Now we need to know how many groups there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. So we're going to put a 6 here. 6 will go into 30 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. So our answer is 5, which is what we had already said once before. Now let's move on to another example. All right, this time we're going to look at some bottles here. What's the first thing you do? Find the key. All right, we found the key right here. We have a bottle is equal to 1. No problem there. This looks kind of confusing. It would really be nice if we could move that again like we did before. Well, let's try. Iggy bliggy block. There we go. It came apart. All right, so now I've got that apart. Got this one apart. Move it down. Just take and move this one over, you think? I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Move this over here. All right, we got a problem though. If you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 2 of them that have 5, and I have 3 of them that have 6. Okay, so it's going to want to know what the average is in between. Now, most of these is going to be, it's going to round up to 6 because we have more of them that are 6 than we have 5. And we'll show you that mathematically here in a minute. But just know that since more of them are 6, it's going to average when you round it up to 6. Let's take it back to where it was. I think that was it, right? We got everything back where it was. Now let's do it the other way. Let's do it with numbers. And I told you the first thing that you need to do when you're dealing with these is you got a label. So we have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of them. For some reason I didn't want to mark that 8. And we have 8 again. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we said before, and 5. We're going to add these together because mean is equal to the total, okay, divided by the groups. So here we go. The number of things that we have, the number of items or groups. It could be items. So here we have, like grades or something like that. We're going to add all these up. So I have 8, 8, 2, 5, 5. Again, I like to do things where it makes a 10. So 5 and 5 makes a 10. 8 and 2 makes a 10. And I have 8. 10 and 10 is 20 plus 8. It's going to be 28. How many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time you're going to see it doesn't go evenly. 5 cannot go into 28 6 times, but it can go into it 5 times. So 5 times 5, 25. 3 is left over. If we continue out the sequence, we're going to see, I'm going to add a 0, drop it down. Now 5 can go into 30. And if we change the color and we follow the same rules that we had learned about the 5 steps to running right, you underline where you're going to round to, okay, which is, we need this whole number. We're going to circle its right buddy, which we did. We're going to look in the hole. Now, is the number inside that hole 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Is it 5 or more? If it is, we're going to add one to the one that has the line. If it's 4 or less, we're going to leave this line alone and just let this stay a 0. It happened to be 5 or more, so we're going to add one more. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. And of course, we said last time that it was going to round to 6. Let's look at another example. One more. Okay, this time we're going to look at some cars. And we're going to try to use the same magic land. We see over here that the key, we have one car is equal to 1. All right, so let's see if we can make this work because I can't get it to move. So let's try this. Iggy bliggy blah. All right. Oh, it did. It came apart. All right, so there we go. We got that one off of there. And let's move that down. That looks pretty good. Move that one down. That looks pretty good. But I have an extra one here that's just kind of floating around. So let's look at what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, that's 5, that's 5, that's 5, and that one happens to be 6. What do you think the average is going to end up being? Most of them are what? 5. So in all actuality, it really would. It would end up being 5. Now, we're going to try that mathematically. So let's reset this and see if we can put it back to where it's not all been moved around and all that good stuff. I think we've got it right there. All right, let's choose the numbers. So I have one car is equal to 1. I told you once you found the key, you need to now make sure you label all this stuff. So let's go ahead and let's label it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. Looks like I have 4 cars again, 4 cars again. And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, that doesn't look like what we had before because it was easier to see it when we were able to move the cars. But trust your math. Trust your math, okay? When adding and subtracting, line up the decimals. So we're going to put an 8 here. We have a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 6. There's a lot of ways to add this up. So if I wanted to, I could take all of those right there, and that becomes a 12. And when I put the 8 with it, what does that become? 8 and 12, it becomes 20. Move that 6 over, we end up with 26. So remember, the mean is equal to total divided by, and put a G for groups, okay? So we had, the total was 26. Now how many groups? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 4 again for some reason. Let's call it 5 instead. So I had 5. 5 will go into 26, 5 times. 5 times 5, 25. What do we have left over? 1. Remember that 1 that was by itself? That's what we ended up with. But let's go ahead and continue it out like we said that we would do. Bring a 0 there. How many times will 5 go into 10? 2 times. All right. Now remember the rules that I gave you, the 5 rules, 5 steps to rounding right. Okay. First step, underline what you're rounding to. Well, that's what we're rounding to. Circle the right buddy. We circle the right buddy. Look in the hole. Is it 5 or more? No, it's 4 or less. So we're going to leave that alone. Let it rest. Okay. That means that we are now stuck with 5. We don't use the remainder. It rounded down. All right, guys. That's it on finding the mean or average. They are the same things. This is just more examples. Hopefully this helps you. Do the best you can. And remember, I'm the meanest teacher in all the land.